A mysterious cabin was found in California's Arcata Community Forest. Who built this cabin? Was it a home to a squatter? A hideaway for a criminal? Was it something you would see in a horror movie? Or was it just a place for a writer to isolate himself from distractions? Or someone who had a nasty divorce and lost their house and money in the process? It was definitely hidden very well. You could not spot the cabin until you were a few feet away from it. The cabin's dimensions were 8 feet by 12 feet and about 15 feet tall. The foundation was made of cinder blocks. It was framed with 2x4s, and it had plywood walls wrapped in plastic. There was a sleeping area, windows with curtains, a wood stove, a desk, and many shelves containing books and food. It boggles my mind how someone carried all of these items and materials into a public forest without being seen. Books such as Public Secrets, Medicinal Plants, and a novel called Catch Me If You Can were seen on one of the shelves. There was a typewriter on the desk, hinting that the owner was a passionate writer. There was also manuscripts on the shelves that could have been his. It was a paradise, as long as nobody came across it and bothered whoever owned it. And as long as he was left alone by authorities, he should be able to live a happy life here. It was obviously owned by an older person with building skills. Maybe an outcast from society. There was also very few material possessions. So whoever it was content with very little items. There was no garbage, nothing non-essential, and absolutely no loud noises nearby and people to bother you. It was just him in the forest and the spirit of the woods. It would be a great place to take ayahuasca or other plant-derived medicines that put you in contact with the spirit world that exists within these magical places. Who knows? Maybe he lived with the fairies. Maybe he was hiding from somebody. Everything seemed to have its place and was very organized, which can be expected from such a simple and non-distracted lifestyle. They seem to have a passion for writing and reading, and certain philosophy surrounding the outcast lifestyle of society. He was obviously against society by the way he lived and the messages on his wall. One page pinned to his wall stated something to do with outcasts of society being exiled when they do not follow the laws of the gods and authorities. Well, he was obviously running from authorities and had good reason to, because authorities, after finding this cabin, posted a notice and deemed the house illegal and unsafe, which is pretty sad considering how out of sight and harmless its existence obviously was. A few weeks later, the whole cabin was moved, without a trace, leaving only a symbol on the ground made from old charcoal. Upon investigation, it was found to be the international symbol for squatters. So there you have it, the mystery solved. This cabin was built and belonged to a squatter who is an advocate for squatting rights. Think about it for a second. Should we all, being born on this earth, not be given at least a couple feet by a couple feet of land? Should we all not be born into a free and prosperous lifestyle? Or are we born into a prison world where every move we make is tracked, regulated, and made illegal if we do not pay to live? The Rangers said it was the most spotless camp cleanup they ever saw. The cabin was disassembled and carried out piece by piece without anybody noticing. To this day, there is still not an identity of the owner and builder, and we will most likely never know. This story expresses many ideas. It expresses the tyranny state of the world, the lack of freedoms we have in our society. Should we not be allowed to go live a simple life in nature if we wish to? You tell me. I'd love to hear your input and opinions.